welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all so well. So for today's video, I thought I would do something that I haven't done before, and that is sharing with you guys all the designer items I have sold, and I'm also going to explain to you guys why. I don't buy luxury items with the intention of reselling them. I just don't find any enjoyment in it. I know a lot of people do, but for me, it's just more a hassle than anything else. But I am a firm believer that if you have something in your wardrobe, in your collection, whatever it may be, designer or not designer, and you're not using it, you should get rid of it. You should pass it on to someone that's gonna love it more than you do. And that is why I have sold some of these items, simply because they just didn't work out for me. And yeah, I just didn't give them enough attention. I didn't love them as much as I wanted to. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. And if you're new to my channel, or if you watch my channel a lot and you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. We're so close to hitting another milestone, and I would really love to have you here. So starting off with shoes, the first pair of shoes that I've sold were a pair of Gucci Gigi Marmont suede pumps, and I actually purchased them twice. The first time I bought them, I bought the ones with the higher heel. I think it's a 4-inch heel, and then the second time I bought the ones with a lower heel. I'm usually a heel lover. I wear heels all the time, but I wanted a shoe that was really comfortable. That's why I sent the first pair back that had the 4-inch heel, and then ordered the pair with the lower heel. And I really love them. I think they're so beautiful. But as much as I wanted to, they just didn't seem to fit in my wardrobe at the time. Every time I wanted to get them out to wear them, I just never liked the way they looked with my outfit, and I thought it might have been the GG logo on them. I don't know if it was a little too much and just kind of made it hard to pair an outfit with. But yeah, every time I got them out, I wasn't feeling it. And so eventually I had to let them go. And now I'm actually thinking about buying them again. And I know that sounds crazy, but I think this was like 2 years ago. So my style has kind of changed in the last 2 years, and I think that they would fit into my wardrobe much better now than they did then. So I might repurchase them, maybe in a different color, I'm not sure, but yeah, we'll see. But that's why I sold them. Other than them not fitting into my wardrobe, I thought they were very comfortable, great looking shoe. They were true to size. But yeah, unfortunately, I just didn't like the way they looked with my outfits. The next pair of shoes, which you guys might know about because I think I've mentioned this in a video, was a pair of Christian Louboutin Pigalle. And I hope I said that right, I probably didn't, but they were just so uncomfortable. I could literally only wear them when I knew that I would get out of the car, walk into the restaurant, sit down, and go from the restaurant right back to the car. They were just terribly uncomfortable. Now, I have a very wide foot, and that might be why. I mean, they just squished my whole foot together, and the size was the right size. Lengthwise, they fit, but I just think it was the width. Because I have such a wide foot, they just didn't fit me very good, and I really hated selling them because I loved them. I loved having a pair of red bottoms in my collection, but I just had such a bad experience with them that I also think I'll never buy another pair of Louboutins. I don't think I will. If I find a pair that's very comfortable, maybe I will, but until then, I think I'll stick with other brands. I feel like they're just not made for a wide foot. They're just cut so narrow, and the way they're made, I feel like they are much better for someone with a slim, thin foot, and I'm not that person, unfortunately. The next pair of shoes that I sold is a pair of the Chloe Susanna ankle boots. However, mine weren't the ones that came up high above the ankle. Mine stopped below the ankle, and again, this was a shoe that I absolutely loved the idea of, but they did not work out for me. They were so incredibly uncomfortable, and that might have been my fault because I think they might have been a tad bit too small. I ordered them a half size down because that was the only size that was left, and I wanted to wear them right away, so I wore them, and then I couldn't return them, and then I desperately tried to make them work. I tried stretching the leather, I've tried wearing thick socks every day. I like walked around with them for hours, and every time I would wear them, even just for 20 minutes, I would have the worst blisters ever. They were just like, the leather was so hard. And where I got the blisters was mainly on my heel. And I think it's really because the leather, I mean, I can't even begin to explain to you guys how hard and stiff that leather was. So no matter what I did, I just couldn't get them to be comfortable, and I just couldn't get them to work. I liked the way they looked so much. They were like an ideal shoe for me for fall. But yeah, they didn't work out. I actually let them go for something really cheap because, you know, there was no point in keeping them in my wardrobe, and they just would have never been used. They would have sat there and collected dust. The next item I've sold was a pair of Chanel sunglasses. Now, these sunglasses were absolutely everything to me. I stalked them down until I finally found them and could buy them. Loved the way they looked. Such a cool pair of sunglasses. Unfortunately, they just didn't look good on my face. And the weird thing is, I've actually tried them on in the store and they were perfect. But then when I ordered them and got them sent to my house, they just didn't fit the same, and I even took them into the store and had them do some things to them to make them fit better, but nothing worked. And I have a little bit of like a dip in my nose right here because it was broken years ago. So sometimes sunglasses will sit a bit crooked on my face, and those were really bad. Like, they were really crooked. And also they were straight across. And I feel like to wear a pair of sunglasses that are straight across, you have to have like that perfect face, and I don't. So they just didn't look as good on me. And yeah, I never wore them, so I ended up selling them. Okay, let's move on to handbags. A handbag that I sold, or the first handbag that I sold, was the Louis Vuitton Speedy 30 in the monogram print. I think that bag was just a bad purchase on my part. I should have known that that was not a bag that fits me. And, you know, it also taught me a lot, because I think this is a very popular bag. It's a very classic bag, but I think it's very popular. And it taught me that just because something goes well with so many other people, it doesn't necessarily mean that it will go well with your lifestyle and, you know, your closet and things like that. So I'm very glad that I sold it. I think I sold it faster than I bought it. Just never used it, and I hated the way it looked with my style. It just did not fit whatsoever. So yeah, that's a very simple answer for that bag. It just didn't fit my style whatsoever. Another bag that I've sold, and a lot of you have been asking me about this bag. I just bought this bag last year sometime, and it's the Dior Addict wallet on a chain. And if you've watched my reveal video, then you probably heard me say that I'm not a wallet on a chain kind of girl. And I should have listened to my intuition. I was hesitant to buy that bag at first just because it was a wallet on a chain, but I loved the way it looked. It was just so beautiful. I think it sat in my wardrobe for probably 2.5 months, and I never touched it. I never even thought about it. I forgot that it was there. And if you forget that you have a bag and you never even think about using it, you don't want to use it, that probably means you should get rid of it, especially for the price it was. I think it was almost $2,000. So I just could not have $2,000 sit in my wardrobe and just go to waste and never be used. So I ended up selling it. However, selling that bag was such a hassle. I mean, I had all the original boxing, receipt, authenticity card, everything, and it was just such a hassle to sell that bag. So I'm kind of glad I got rid of it when I did. But yeah, I never used it. It was a beautiful bag, and I hope wherever it is now, it gets lots of love, because it sure didn't from me. And it also taught me that I will never, ever, ever buy a wallet on a chain again. Never. And yeah, that was it. Those were all the designer items I've sold over the past years. And like I said, I hope I don't have to sell anything luxury designer related anytime soon, because I so don't get any enjoyment out of it. I find it so difficult, and I know a lot of people are so good at it and really enjoy it, and I envy you guys, because I just find it difficult. Now, I can sell small things on Poshmark and find that pretty fun, but anything luxury related, there's just so much to think about, and you know, where are you gonna sell it, and yeah. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.